All right, family. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun said he kicked back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description. It's in the chat. Click it, you'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Soon Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Soon Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. Check out the catalog, get that 25% off discount, get you something nice, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University, over 2,000 videos, all the videos, that subjects that you know and love from the general. Plus, we got the, what are we talking about? Too Raw for YouTube, Making of the White Man, all debates, all religions exposed, every last one of them. We got you. Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, thisism, thatism. We got ancient Ethiopia, India, Egypt, old Mecca, voyages of the Nile, Black Power, politics, economics, and education. We got it all, family. Get on over there. If you Black Power Truth Seeker, this is a mandatory website. Everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never come. Exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube, but just so exquisite that we keep it for our family on Patreon. We've already uploaded within the last week about 6 or 7. I mean, we talking about them 3 hour, 3.5 hour lectures. We talking about creatures from the Caucasus, the Uralian monkey, the 12 deadly diseases of niggerdom, man. We got some fire up there right now. You playing games. Plus, we got 500 exclusive live streams only to be seen on Patreon. You out of your mind if you ain't over there and became a patron. You understand? And getting that work for real. And I want you to get on over there on Rumble. The Black Power Scholar that won't stumble or fumble, King Seti on Rumble. Please come on over and disrupt class with me. To all the family out there, donate to the general. I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate, link right there on the screen in the chat, in the video description. Click it. I thank you. I appreciate you ahead of time. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Here we go, family. Now we going, because it's a big subject out there. Is Kamala Harris black or Indian? Both or neither. The historic role of mixed breeds. See, you don't want to go read The Destruction of Black Civilization. You don't want to go read it. The historical role of mixed breeds. You see, and I go do research. It don't take me because my mind tell me to check shit. And the thing is about this, by Kamala Harris, her mama being an Indian from the country of India, okay, grandfather being from India, and I've studied Indian culture a long time. And the one thing, and I'll just, geography and shit and this, that, and the third. And when you Google in the most racist nations on the planet, you know what come to the top? India. India comes to the top of the most racist nations on the planet. got one of the most horrific caste systems in all the world. Some say the most ancient of caste systems coming out of India. Where you got the Dalits. You see, you got the untouchables over there. Where you was imprisoned in a system of where you trapped in the lowest levels of society. And so in this caste system, you got the Dalits, the untouchables, they outcasts. You see, now you got a caste system, right? But then you got the outcasts. Do you understand that where they had the darkest of peoples, they wasn't even in the caste system. You see, they was outcast. They was outside of the caste system. So so this you know is is evident because it's internationally known. And so I say, you know what? Let me go look up Kamala Harris's grandfather. And I'm still digging into his ass because I seen that he worked under, for the Indian government under the British rule. And somehow he ended up in Zambia, you see. And so I got to study that to see how he ended up in Zambia, because, and it's clear. Even when we talk and see niggas, they're not cultured enough to understand it ain't got nothing to do with how you feel. It's how they feel about you. Okay. And niggas see when they into this illusion that, everybody should hold hands and most people play that shit as a means to get the vote. You see what I'm saying? But they got a specific team that they own. You see, they got a specific team that they own. Okay? So, they'll do that when it's time to get the vote. Motherfucker come to church and go to your Baptist church and eat some chicken and shit and some macaroni and cheese and shit, scalloped potatoes and shit. Yeah. Drank some Kool-Aid with your nigga. And then when your ass vote, you won't see him again. They be up there eating, you understand? They be eating down there, with the big wigs and shit. They'll never order nothing, no macaroni. That shit'll be over with. They do that for a season. And they've been doing this, so this shouldn't be under any illusion. But, I had to say to myself, I said, let me go and see her grandfather. And I'm going to dig into him even deeper. Are you a part of the caste system? You see, because they say, okay, I hear about where her mother and shit taught her to be black and shit, as if you gonna make me believe that she didn't teach you about her own father's culture. Okay. And so if he comes up in a culture where he's into this caste system, you feel me? Then that's what it is. And they done already kind of told Kamala Harris over there in India, stick to your American politics. Don't be sticking your fucking nose over here in what we do. You see, because first and foremost, they gonna play the role because, she has some Indian blood in her, but at the same time, you see, her father, if he takes his ass to India as a Jamaican, how his ass would be treated if he go over there, or any nigga anywhere in the world, because I'm looking at videos right now today. I just happen, and where Africans is saying they sick of Indians, how they treat them. Okay. And Dr. John Henry Clark did a historical piece on Gandhi. So many people love Gandhi, one of the biggest goddamn racists in the world. You see what I'm saying? Was all down in South Africa when the British went down there. See, so that's why I had to watch them motherfuckers, because he worked in the Indian government under British rule. And Gandhi brought his ass to South Africa under British rule. So them Indians, they tend to move around with the British. That's facts. That's just facts. You know, India was Britain's biggest economic piece. And so wherever the British went, the Indians went with them. Period. Militarily, you see, and politically, they would put them in position of power over the oppressed nations that they went to. And so we just got to figure that out. We got to figure that out. But that got to be looked at. I'm not, see, I ain't one of you niggas that will overlook that, because motherfuckers is paying dearly for it right now. They paying dearly for it right motherfucking now. So I looked him up, and I be goddamn if her grandfather, listen to me, was a Brahmin. That's what, and so the Brahmins is at the highest of the caste system. I said, nah, I have to go deeper into that. But the system is what it is. Okay, we don't want, it's been over there for two, and so I don't want nobody to lessen the effect of what has been there 2,000 years. And they say the motherfucking shit ain't changed, not one goddamn bit. And even if you look, let me look it up. I saw that last year. Let me see if I can get the most racist nation. I'm gonna just put it in there. Nations in the world. It just say most racist country in the world. Let me see what it say. Let me see. Let me rephrase that. Okay, I don't know if I don't want to keep looking for it, because I seen, they had polls and shit for all of the, the most racist country. You see, most of them, because of the simple fact that they've been goddamn, they didn't have this caste system for. Let me just put countries in there. Let me see. Okay, let me see what this one say. The 10 worst countries for racial equality. I see Sri Lanka on there. Supporting Russia, yeah, they on there too. United Arab Emirates. Myanmar, Israel on there, yeah, on the exact polls and shit, cause they ain't popping up right here at this moment. But I ain't gonna deal. And so, all this, nigga, you ain't no goddamn black and Indian, okay? Cause your ass gonna be forced into one of them castes. You ain't gonna be able to be in one and the goddamn. You ain't gonna be able to be a Dalit and a Brahmin. It just don't work like that, nigga. Only in niggas that's living in a fantasy. You see, only niggas that's yeah. I'm cutting out. Yeah, we'll be well. Okay, we don't care. We don't care. I ain't falling for none of that. I don't give a goddamn. It ain't, and I'm not bringing this up because because Trump ain't shit neither. It ain't like we want to look at the issues of what she say because you niggas say she black, but can you be two things in India? Can you be a Dalit and a Brahmin? Can you do that? But that's how our grandfather taught. You see, ask him that. Can you be both in CCDC? But what they do, this is their way of see. These is nothing but Trojan horses. You see, yeah, yeah. You say where? It ain't no black. Yeah. You see? And so these are Trojan horses that they send off into the community. And you let them in. And if you don't know the story of the Trojan horse, we talking about the Trojan War where Agamemnon, who was the king of Greece, he united all the Greek nations to attack Troy. And he couldn't, and they had impenetrable walls that he could not penetrate. So he had to figure out a way to get inside of these walls. And so I believe it was I don't know if it was Odysseus or one of them. They figured out, they say they pretended that they had threw in the towel, that they had given up trying, and so they got in their ships and sailed off, but really they went around the corner. They left this big ass horse. It looked like a statue and shit. And when the Trojans opened up their gates, they came out and they seen this horse. It was a giant wooden horse, and they say, "Oh, how beautiful this is." And his Priam, who was the king, said, "Bring it in." His son Paris told him, "Dad, leave that shit out there." But he said, "No." The people say, "Bring it in." And so he said, "Bring it in." And so they brought it inside the walls of Troy. They shut the gates and they partied because the Greeks had sailed off and shit. And everybody got drunk, went to sleep. And at night, see, the Greeks had hid inside of the horse. They hid in the horse. And so when everybody went to sleep, they had compartments where they opened the motherfucker up and got out and went and opened the gates and shit and let all the Greeks. They were just hiding right around the corner. Let them all in. Let them all in. See, these are the Trojan horses that they send down in the community and shit, and pretend and and that they wanted you, and so we got to be clear about this. It must be stated that she has no blood lineage with blacks in America. That's key. I state that clearly. She has no historical lineage with our legacy here. So she is not committed to offer you nothing about no reparations or none of that, or any benefit because you say she black. Because number one, we just got to say what it is. Whether all Jamaicans, and listen to me, I love my people, but I understand the different houses. I understand that. And so that don't mean a goddamn thing when it come down to the get down. If you got a particular feeling about my people here in America, then I don't give a fuck if you're black, Jamaican. I don't give a fuck what you is. You speak on this house, then fuck you. That's the way I feel about it. Because we have offered the olive branch to our people. And really, we have been looked at as the fools, because many times we offer the fucking olive leaf when nobody else offering the motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? We talk about African supremacy and we talk about black power, global black power. And really, and it's still, and you know what? It got to be updated, which I've done many times. I don't give a fuck. I don't have no bland pan-Africanism. Some niggas need to be rolled out the wheel. That's just all it is to it. Some motherfuckers got to be rolled out the wheel. That's all it is to it. So you got to be, if you fuck with me, I fuck with you. You got a problem with me, I got a problem with you. It's just that simple. And so we've heard many Jamaicans, how they talk about our people, and we gonna get on their motherfucking ass because a lot of it has been sneak dissing. Because niggas in America really don't even listen to you motherfuckers. For real. So you've been talking a long time, but because the average nigga in America really don't give nothing outside of America no real ear, a lot of people didn't hear it, but it's been spoken about a long time. You see? And I've heard it myself, and like I say, I had to address it on a couple motherfuckers, Like, wait a minute, nigga. You talking this, blacks ain't got no culture, and black men in America, this like, motherfucker, listen here. If you want to make it up out of here, nigga, you better go on and jump on your boat, nigga, and float for your motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Before you lose the option. You see, I done heard it myself, and it fucked me up because, like, you got the motherfucking gall, motherfucker, to say this shit to me as if I ain't that. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck this motherfucker just say? I say, okay. So I say that because of what I myself have encountered. And I've heard it again and again and again. And so I know what you're speaking on. So she come out of that lineage. And she come out of an Indian lineage. And so you mean to tell me, coming up from her background, that none of that shit has influenced her? And you niggas and then what part of that is black? You see? What part? When I speak, when we say black, it got to be about us here. And see, this is what's happening. And I remember Claude Anderson was talking, where you getting motherfuckers that's coming up out of these other countries, they getting in political positions. And what you think a motherfucker is going to do? They're going to open the door for their own. They going to put their own in power. They're going to put their own in positions. You see what I'm saying? They're going to open up doors for their own, nigga. They ain't going to open up nothing for you. What nigga who you know do that? This is shit you see, because why I I know what I would do. Okay? If I got in power, what would I do? I would open up the door for my own. This is common sense. So all of them run. She gonna go to the Catholic. She gonna go to the Episcopal churches and shit. She gonna go wherever she thinks she can go. And she gonna play to what they believe in. Even though she's not that. You see? Even though she's not that. And so it's very clear that you niggas you got to have, you see, you niggas is always looking for a savior. That's what's wrong with you. Instead of doing background check. Listen here, a nigga can't get a job no motherfucking where without a background check. Y'all niggas don't do background checks. These motherfuckers do a background check on your ass, nigga, if you want to get a Big Mac at McDonald's, nigga, they do a background check on your ass. And here it is, you don't do no background check. And, and when they see something on your resume that they do not like, nigga, that could stop you. And we know this is true. And so when we turn this around and ask black people to do the same motherfucking thing, run a background check on a motherfucker, look at their agenda. I'm not naive. I'm not a fool like you niggas to believe that her grandfather, who is a Brahmin, who is coming out the Indian caste system, and that's just like, what would you think he would say about a Dalit, an outcast? Do you think he would be nice? Do you think he would be nice about Dalits and those that's outcasted in India, which many of them are black? You see, and I ain't saying that they us, but some of them are us. There are Cushites over there too. Okay? There are Cushites over there too. And so I'm not saying that those are us, but at the same time, some of them are us. Okay? Some of them is Cushites over there. And so I'm being clear about, but what would he say about that? I already know what he would say because it's evident. It's been taught for over 2,000 years. So why would we be naive and act like we don't know when we can easily do that research? And you can go up on the internet right now today and hear what, and like I say, we tend to be naive about the shit because many times, those of us in the Pan-African community, I say global African supremacy, you see, we really believe that, this could happen. But to our detriment, we got to understand we got a lot of rotten branches out there that ain't no way it's going to work. The same type of nigga that sold black people into slavery, that spirit is still running through a lot of these niggas out here. Period. So to have a bland belief or some old bland belief that it should even be that way, that it's frequencies. Those of us we still, it's a global frequency. It ain't no belief, it's a frequency. Fuck what you come out your mouth, what you say you believe, it's a frequency. Those of us that's of African descent, wherever we at on the planet, you see, if you ride in that frequency, if you want to come over here and work with us and for the best benefit of us, we with that. But soon as you come over here with that dumb shit, bumping your gums, you can get the fuck on and do it quick because we've been dealing with this shit long enough with this damn Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. And for you to come over here on top of what our ancestors have already went through for the last 400 years, and you to come over here and totally violate they oppression and and they dehumanization with that shit that's coming out your mouth, gonna put your ass in threat. Just gonna be real. And it should be that way. You can't step up in another man's house of oppression and pass off his oppression on himself. You saying it's our fault of the predicament we in. No, you working with this beast is what you doing. That's what it boiled down, and you should be dealt with on that level. And so understanding that black people better take into consideration what's really happening when you ain't got no vote. You ain't really, because black people should, the things that we should be doing, we should have been doing, and it's to the detriment of the fact that we don't have no vote. And it ain't whether we gotta go and vote, that you ain't voting for shit that's gonna do shit for you no way. This or that. This or that. You see, you understand? And that's what you gonna get. This and that. That's all you gonna get. So everything that's needed to uplift the black community is the responsibility of the black community. You handle your own business, you gonna be tight. You don't handle your business and you believe another motherfucker gonna put you in a better predicament than what you already in because you're irresponsible about taking care of your own, nigga, you in a reckless belief. You see, you is in a reckless belief that's gonna end up having your ass further in detriment than you already in. So I want you to wake up. So is she black or Indian? You make the choice. You see, she's neither one. Because black is also a frequency. She don't ride that frequency. She ain't riding that frequency or energy. And you know this. It's a frequency. You can't even get some of these niggas down here, all these organized, black means this, black, nigga, get out of here. So even within your own community, you got niggas talking against black. It's a frequency. You see, she didn't specific, that's a general, for many it's a general term, even though we know we identify with it when nobody else identified with it. So, when we say black, that's us. But at the same time, you can find black people all over the world. So when she says she's black, she's really still not really attaching herself to a community because they got blacks in India. That don't mean they niggas or nagas from America. So when she say she black, what does she mean? So she can ride that term without really having to, what is the word I'm looking for? Be held responsible. You see what I'm saying? For being, committed or, to blacks in America. She don't have to do that. She can say, oh, I'm black, but her black and her understanding of black could be totally different from your understanding of black. So y'all better wake up and y'all better do some background check on these people. Are they really for you? And the answer I could tell you right now is no. And just because I did this does not mean that because y'all already know. It's just time to look at this shit for what it is. I'm sorry for those out there, that's on the bandwagon riding the wave. But you see, the waves always crash into the rocks and shit. You understand what I'm saying? You see them waves come on in and them motherfuckers crash up on the rock. Quit riding the wave, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And you're gonna ride it, know when to get off. Don't ride the motherfucker all the way to it crash into the rocks, nigga. Come off, get off like everybody else. They ride that motherfucker, and then you look up and you don't see them no more. You see, you be the only. That's black people. And when the wave is up, you will see everybody on the motherfucking surfboard. And then if you ain't paying attention, because niggas like to be up front, big smiling, cheesing and shit. And they ain't even looking back. Motherfuckers been bailed off that motherfucker. The nigga be the only one still on the surf when that motherfucker come in, you understand what I'm saying? Crashing into the rocks. Everybody done got what they wanted off the mother, and they didn't bail a long time ago. Do not ride the wave until it crashed into the rocks. This is General Cyrus who said, he said, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Hit up some of them links, family, support the general. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.